I hope everyone is doing fantastic. 2 years ago, the first time I met one of my clients. He showed me his product, and the first thing I told him when I saw his product was, "Wow, your product is good. It's functional, but it doesn't have any emotion." And that time, I remember my client said, "What do you mean my product doesn't have any emotion?" Hi, my name is Mirana Kerner, product coach and mentor. And today I wanted to talk about how by humanizing a product. So it's true that when we talked about humanizing product, what do we have in mind? So what does a human has different compared to a machine? Because the moment we started to go into digitization, into automation, we sort of removed all this human touch of the experience that made people feel like important, and the machine was really doing and executing the job. But do you feel like you are really having that emotion of satisfaction, happiness, feeling fulfilled when you are using the product, right? So this is the thing. A human has a soul, right? What makes a human different from a machine is a human has a soul. A human can have feelings, right? And if you look at before we had digitization, before we had automation, right? If you just think, for example, of the experience, you go to a 5-star hotel, right? What is your experience when you go to a 5-star hotel, right? When you book it, when you go to the hotel, you have people welcoming you, you have people taking care of you, you have people asking you, how do you feel? You have people making sure that you have the best and the greatest experience within the hotel, so that you really enjoy your stay, and also you would like to recommend the hotel later. Now, if you look at digital products today, right? How do you feel? Do you feel that the product you are building today is the equivalent of a 5-star experience where you really are being cocooned and you really are being treated like really the most important person, and having that feeling of exclusivity and being taken care of? Or do you feel like this is a product, you just need to come and get your job done, and then you leave the product and we are done? So I think that's to a certain degree uh, the new thinking about the how do we humanize product, because to a certain degree we as human, we want to digitize and we want to automate, in order to go fast and in order to simplify. But at the same time, we lost all that 5-star level of experience that we used to have when it was still being done by a human. So to me, humanizing product, at least in my thinking, it starts with, again, do you really put the user at the center, at the heart of your product thinking, right? Are you thinking really about what does my user want functionally? What does my user want emotionally? What does my user want socially? And that's what the framework like Jobs to be Done are trying to address. We analyze more of this. That's why we have a more human-centered design approach to design product. Now, when we have this human-centered design, to me, it's not just about doing the design, but it's really about creating that experience where the customer, as a user, I really feel that I have the experience of a 5-star hotel, or I have the experience of a luxury and good brands, because I tell you, I've been working with Dior perfume and cosmetics, and really you can have exactly the same perfume from another brand, but the real difference between this luxury brand and the other brand is the quality of the service, is the quality of the experience. And that quality, you pay it expensive because they give you that exclusivity. You are an exclusive partner. We give you really the best experience. You're just packing. It's really the best. It's really the whole attention, even just their visual, we really need to pay attention to make sure that you really have the best experience. You're really being cocooned as if you were really the most exclusive customer in the world. So you are unique. You are not just a transaction to the brand. You are really somebody to whom they want to nurture and entertain a relationship. So when we talk about humanizing product, it's about having that human-centered approach in designing the product, right? Like, really, do we put the customer at the center of the experience? But also having this whole thinking of how does the product nurture and create that human relationship with its user, with its customer. It's not just solving the problem. It's really about you and I have a great relationship together, and we build together that trust. And you as a customer, you are not just a transaction to me. You are not just a transaction that comes to me and goes to the checkout, and then okay, it's another number in my analytics. But you and me are really partnering with this journey so that I can give the best experience to you, and you also can enjoy my service, and you can recommend me to your friends, to your colleagues, or to your other partners, right? So humanizing is really giving a heart, a brain. I think the product already has a brain because he's trying to replace all of the brain. That's why we're doing digitization. That's why we are doing automation. So that is one piece. But the product, we need to give it a soul, and we need to give it a heart, right? So which means when you come to the product, and it's true that we have been so obsessed and focused on getting things done, reducing the number of clicks, going fast into achieving the goal. Yes, that is true, but it doesn't hurt. And for example, I just give an example. The reason why I still stay with Amazon, right, because they have a very good customer experience, right? I ordered some items on Amazon several times. The items were never delivered to me. I talked to the customer service. I had no complaint. They were not challenging me. They're not trying to fool me. They were not trying to think that I was trying to fool them or I was lying to them. They were really acknowledging, that I had a problem. And in the meantime, immediately they said, do you want to replace the item? So for me, it's really a great experience, because then the product is not just I am coming, I am ordering, done, and then I am talking to a machine and it's gone. It's really like, okay, I feel frustrated because my item is not being delivered. You as a product, you are empathizing to my frustration. And so that you are proposing me an alternative, and could be happy, I could be not happy, but at least we are creating that partnership. We are creating that relationship, that trust relationship, so that for me, you are not just an online platform where I do my shopping. For me, you become really the place where I trust, because I feel that if anything happens to me, you are there to help me, right? So to me, I'm not saying Amazon is already very, very human. I am saying that is the experience that each product needs to give to its customer, right? Really thinking in terms of, okay, how do you empathize with your customer in the design? How do you empathize with the customer after the delivery? How do you empathize with the customer during the whole journey? Do we even take the time to welcome the user when we onboard the first time? You know, remember the 5-star hotel example. Do we even take the time to welcome our user? Do you even take the time, you know, to offer them a free cocktail while they're coming? And you know, we might tend to see, yes, but we need the fastest way to get to what they want. But yes, when I go to a hotel as well, right, I need to go quickly to my room, but I'm still enjoying, you know, the cocktail when they offer me the cocktail, because it's a way for me to connect with the hotel, and it's a first great impression that the hotel gives to me, right? And it's how I feel welcome and how I feel it's warm, and then it's the starting point of my journey within the hotel, right? So one is, do you even welcome? One, do you even over something, you know, as a cocktail, right? Do you even thank people each time they are done buying their stuff? Do you even congratulate them to motivate them to do more, right? Is your product just, okay, you're done, okay, see you next time? Or do you even congratulate them? Do you even encourage them? Do you even feel sorry for them when you've done something wrong, right? And that's really make the difference between, you know, the product that are really making the user at the heart of their design, rather than the product who are just there to execute tasks, to robots who have no soul, who have no heart, and just replacing a human by a machine, right? And for me, I think really the next step, even why you know AI is coming, you know, IoT is coming, robotics is coming. Yes, all of these are good, but to me, really, what will make you different? It's not only within the automation, because everybody is going to automate. For me, it's really about how you are going to humanize the experience so that your product will offer as good experience as the same person, right? So yeah, so this is my thinking about this topic. If you have any comment, please share also what do you think about how we can humanize further our products, and don't hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube channel for further video. Thank you.